What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today. Technically, kinda on Madden 21, not really. I don't know, dude. But we did a video like this last year. You guys seem to like it, and we'll end up doing a Sleepers Rookies as well video. I will say for that video, I've already got the names I want. I haven't recorded it, but a little less than last year, we'll say, but we still have some decent names on there. I don't even know if it's going to be a proper list. This one will be, but the other one might just be kind of a 10 dudes, just like your mom likes in the bed. Nothing. I was going to plan, no, actually, I think we will have another video. Either it was already out or it'll be out soon, but we are going to be doing a Jets rebuild tonight on twitch.tv/Jeromepkr, and, of course, that'll probably be uploaded tomorrow, and that's pretty much it. That's like and subscribe if you like Madden 21 content. I was about to say if you like Madden 21, then I realized I would get nothing from that. Anyways, we're going to start with number 10, which, of course, we do know, a lot of you guys know probably, that there was a quote-unquote leaked development trait list for rookies, which you could easily, just put all those guys on the list. I will say for my list, I think we do have a good amount of the superstars on there, but there are a few stars as well that I feel like are completely fair. But yeah, obviously, as the list goes up, it's going to be a lot of superstar dev guys, because not only do they have the better dev, but those tend to be the better players in general. But as far as our number 10 pick goes, Mr. Patrick Queen, the guy I wish the Packers took, but they took a QB instead. Thank you so much. Of course, I was already looking at his ratings, but if he comes in with an 89 speed, a 90 excel, 87 agility rating, the catching's a little low, but if you look at most of the rookies' ratings, assuming all these are accurate, assuming, those devs we looked at were accurate, they are a little bit lower this year, it seems, for stuff like catching and jumping. Of course, guys like Devin White and Devin Bush were absolutely monsters in the combine for jumping. Not so much for Patrick Queen, but still, as far as linebackers go, pretty good stuff. I mean, hell, I had those jumping linebackers last Madden. You couldn't jump anyway, so jumping for a linebacker, in my opinion, doesn't even really mean that much. Of course, he comes in with 82 tackling, that insane speed, of course, and he has pretty damn good base coverage stats considering, 67 zone. I'd say most linebackers are probably going to be sitting in zone coverage regardless. 69 block shedding, not bad for a starter. And then for hit power, 84. So a little bit of boom, maybe by year 2 or 3 you can get that to 87, 88. He'll be a solid player for you. I know he's not really the next Ray Lewis probably, but, for Madden, he gets up there. Now, for number 9, you're probably thinking, what the hell? A lineman? Not only is there a lineman on the list, but already a lineman. Yes, I will put him here because Tristan Wirfs, even though he's a 71 overall, he's a 6'5", 320-pound lineman with star development who has 77 speed, 83 freaking excel, 89 strength on top of it. Now, I will say some of his blocking stats are a little bit on the lower side, 73 run block, 73 pass block. A little rough, but stamina, injury, toughness, not an issue at all. But that impact block rating of 88. So when it comes to pulling, this guy's going to be your pulling guard. This guy's got to be top 5 in the game just off launch with that speed, the impact, the excel. And, like I said, his ratings are a little bit lower on the pass blocking stuff. But, I mean, look at that lead block of 84. This guy should not be a tackle. Put him at guard for you. I'm just saying, like maybe in real life, but in Madden, put him at guard. You're set. That is your guard for the rest of your franchise. Congratulations. Now, of course, this list, there will be a couple of you guys that might actually be mad about this list. Maybe not as mad as the QB ratings video, which I thought, pretty well received considering, I mean, I said some things that definitely could hurt some people's fans. Not everything was perfect in the video. There was definitely some opinions you could easily argue, and I did agree with a lot of you guys. So it's a conversation. I'm not the greatest knowledgeable person. I had people literally they were going to cry, it seemed. Like there was some people that were literally going to, this whole list sucks because my favorite player is one notch low. How do you have this guy that, relax, okay, dude? But anyways, number 8, Jeudy, superstar development, the first one of the players on this list. Not the only one, definitely not. But he comes in with a 75 overall rating, should be 6'1" in the game. We don't know with Madden's ratings. They mess up a lot of things. I think Jamel Dean was 24 out the gate as a rookie, even though he's 22 in real life. I don't even know. But Jeudy, I will say the speed's a little lower than I thought. I think we all thought it was going to be a bit higher than 91, but 93 excel, 93 agility. You usually don't see the agility rating match those speed and acceleration stats for rookies, so very impressive there. A very good 81 catch rating. Now, I will say jumping's a little low, 84 here. A guy like CeeDee Lamb also a little bit lower on the jumping. I will say, spoiler alert, CeeDee Lamb does not make this list, which it's not a crazy thing to say because there are some very good players on this list. But the big thing for Jeudy, besides his very good, basically 80 route running and catching abilities, is his 91 juke move. There's a couple other really fast guys, also 90 change of direction, new rating this year, very good. I think that's going to be kind of like the mutt cheese type deal. So, very good change of position, kind of like a really good agility guy, obviously a great receiver in general. Maybe I'm trying to think of who I would compare. Maybe your Devontae Adams type, but faster. So, very good player, obviously, superstar development, super, super solid rookie. Now, for some reason, when I was going through this and I was thinking about players, I wasn't even going to have Joe Burrow on the list. But then when I looked back at him, I was like, he's very good. He's a 76 overall. Of course, he's the number 1 pick overall, but very Andrew Luck-like with his speed ratings out the gate, which, that's a very good comparison. 83 speed, 86 excel is very good for a quarterback who's not necessarily the guy I would think of for athleticism, but that's very good for Madden. Definitely gets the job done. 86 throw power is a little bit lower on the list there, but at least with last Madden, throw power upgrades weren't the hardest things to get at all. So you can probably get that to 89, 90 by year 3 maybe. And of course, as far as passing ratings go, very good stuff if I can find them. 88 short, 84 medium, 85 deep, 83 play action, 86 throw on the run. Now I will say, the Bengals roster top to bottom might not be the greatest thing ever, maybe even bottom 2, bottom 3 in the league, but you definitely will not be drafting a QB anytime soon. That guy will be there for a decade and a half, so congratulations if you're going to be using the Bengals. You don't need a QB, or if you're going to trade for him, you got your QB. And now here's an absolute monster at number 6, Derrick Brown. I believe potentially the 2nd highest rated rookie in the entire Madden class, if I'm not mistaken. 78 overall, regardless, very high. 90 strength, a very respectable 70 speed, 82 acceleration. The big thing about him, besides his obvious superstar development trade, is his ridiculous block shedding, which is lower than I thought. For some reason, when I looked at this, it was a 90. I don't know. Maybe it is a 90. I don't know. Probably not. But 80 block shedding, 76 power move, still very, very good. For whatever reason, when I looked at the ratings at first, it was a 90, which is insane. But still, very good. And the big reason why he's on the overpowered list, besides obviously being really damn good, is because DTs for development, very hard to get up. So, as far as going into the game, he's a top 10 rookie, but he's also basically a top 10 defensive tackle for a Madden franchise. You look at some of the other names, you maybe have 6 or 7 ahead of him, because the rest, even though their ratings might be a little higher, their dev and age is nowhere near as good as Derrick. So a very fair number 6 here. Do you want another spoiler? Because number 5 is CJ Henderson, and the other spoiler is Okudah doesn't make my list. And I know before you're like, well, how do you have Gay? Wasn't Gay. It was Patrick Queen. I was thinking about putting Willie Gay in there. Patrick Queen and Wirfs above them when they're not even superstar. Well, if you look at Okudah, he's actually not the greatest. He's got great dev, but his speed's like 90, I think 89 excel, something like that. But CJ Henderson, who obviously also comes in with superstar development, comes in at 6'1". Maybe they put him at 6 foot flat. Regardless, 6 foot, 6'1", 93 speed, 92 excel. Catching for both of the guys, it said was a 60. I can't tell. I feel like Okudah would probably be a little bit higher than that. But if they are the same, there's the nod there. Jumping 89, perfectly fine. And I will say that injury rating, if it is 85, a little worrisome. But, if you got the same situation last year with breakouts during the bye week, +2 every season, you'll get that up in no time. Now, as far as coverage goes, 77 man, 72 zone. I think Okudah slightly gets the nod in coverage, but not for man. And, man, I suppose it's kind of your choice. Block shedding, it's okay for a corner. But, of course, the main thing you're looking at for Mr. CJ Henderson is the fact that, obviously, superstar development, at a tough position to develop for developments. Cornerback, it's very hard to get breakouts for those guys, and hell, the end of the season stats very hard to do as well. So a very fast superstar corner, day one, definitely the highlight of the entire Jaguars roster in my opinion, and comes in at number 5. Now for number 4, some of you guys might be thinking, whoa, number 4, that's a bit low, but we're going to put Henry Ruggs at number 4, superstar development wide receiver. Very surprising, well, I mean, not very surprising, but solid jumping. I think it was like a 94 if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, 94 jumping, return kick rating, 78, but obviously if you're going to put him there, probably going to be doing a lot better than that. Regardless, though, the reason you put him on here besides the dev is obviously his insane 98 speed, 97 acceleration. I will say, though, his agility and juke ability ratings very low. 87 agility. I think his juke move was like 82. Spin move 75 or something like that. Not solid when it comes to after the catch, which is maybe why I put him at 4 instead of maybe 3 or 2. But overall, obviously, just a straight burner. Really solid catching stats. Ooh, that's stamina, though. 84 stamina. He's a little worrisome here and there. He's got a couple of sneaky stats that worry the hell out of me. Of course, not going to be able to run block much at all. Route running, catching, all that, pretty solid. Very good receiver, but mainly kind of just your down-the-field burner. I don't really like the fact that his, yards after the catch ability is a little bit lower. What about that change of direction rating? Where is that? 88. For a guy as fast as he is, those agility stats worry me, and I think that's why I put him at 4, but obviously, absolutely nuts. Super burner, and we know last Madden those guys were like Tyreek Hill was unstoppable, and he's very close to Tyreek with that speed and excel. Now for number 3, I don't know if it's just my love for gigantic men, just like your mother, I'm sorry, in Madden, well, just in the NFL in general, but Mekhi Becton comes in at number 3. If the development ratings are true, a superstar development, 6'7", 364-pound left tackle who has an insane 69 speed, 80 excel with a gigantic strongman rating of 94 strength at number 3, of course. And as far as blocking goes, very solid stuff, mid-70s. Oh, and almost basically maxed at impact blocking. Only max. Nothing big about that at all. Lead block of 82, of course, because he is on the, faster side for that size. I mean, a superstar lineman in general should probably make the list, but one that is this freakly, 6'7", 364, absolutely ridiculous. This guy is going to be an absolute anchor for your team. I mean, at least early on until maybe devs change, this is going to be a guy a lot of people, including myself, probably trade for, especially in rebuilds. I know he's a tackle, so it's going to be a little tougher to trade for him probably, but definitely at 72 overall, a super sleeper, let alone he's overpowered, but his rating's a little low for, whatever, awareness or whatever different block stats might be dropping him a little bit, but very good for those ratings. Obviously, number 3, I will not argue. I will stand on the hill of random arguments till I die defending Mekhi Becton in the top 3 for most overpowered rookies at launch of Madden 21. Now, it kind of sucks that number 2 basically gives away number 1. And before you guys say number 1, number 2 might have been super not overrated, but super predictable. Number 1 might have been a little predictable, but this was a very tough one for me because development traits played a little bit of a part, obviously. Maybe even the whole part in this category because number 2, it's hard, but we're going to give it to Isaiah Simmons. Now, they have him at a safety, which just doesn't make sense. Obviously, even in a league like ours, which is kind of harsh on rules where position changes are, you have to approve them and all, you'd be able to put him at linebacker in our league. So obviously there's no moral compass defending, stopping you from putting him back at linebacker. The reason why I do have him at number 2, let's just be honest, number 1's Chase Young, right? The reason why I have him at number 2 is not only because of the development, but the main thing is from the beta I played, usering felt a little rougher. I will say it felt a little harder to user. So if this was last Madden, I might have just put him at number 1 because this is Devin Bush, Devin White combined, but faster and better 93 excel, 93 speed, 91 agility, 71 catching. What's that jump rating? Show us the jumping. 93 jumping, 78 tack. I mean, there's basically nothing he can't do. His catching was good enough. His juke, put him at running back. I don't care. Do what you want. Change direction. A little low, 85, I suppose. It doesn't really even add up to his speed, excel, and agility ratings, but it is what it is. Coverage ratings, 68, man, 72 zone. That puts him probably in the top 8 in the entire class for, especially, linebackers, let alone corners and safeties. Block shedding and, his pass rush ability is a little bit lower than I would have expected, but decently fair, I suppose. Definitely workable if you went absolutely out of your mind and decided you wanted to make him a pass rusher instead of a coverage linebacker. Block shed, like I said, a little low. Pursuit, 84. As far as hit power, 86, definitely a workable stat. Could probably get that into the 90s and make him just an absolute weapon. Going against this guy is not going to be fun. It's just not going to be fun. He's just ridiculous and very well could have been our number 1. And because we already know, and we already said it, Chase Young, number 1. I mean, you can't really deny a rookie who has superstar X factor out the gate. He's the highest rated rookie in the entire game at an 80 overall. I will say his speed, surprised me a little bit. I thought he'd maybe be a little bit faster, but 85 speed, 91 excel, absolutely nuts. 96 strength. I mean, he's just ridiculous. 83 tackling. As far as, rushing the passer goes, 80 finesse move, 73 power if you decided you want to go that route. Be a little bit of a backtrack, but if you want to go that route for maybe the abilities, because, last year Unstoppable Force was way better than Fearmonger without a doubt. And then you have block shedding of 75, 84 pursuit. I mean, he's just an absolute monster. Like I said, for pure ratings, I'd definitely give Isaiah the nod, but like I said in the beta, I felt like username was a little bit, decent. Not even a little bit, a bit tougher. Of course, they're probably going to change a lot. I think there was even beta, feedback. I might even make a video on that today. Who knows? But maybe they mentioned something in there. But as far as what I played, pass rushing as a user even might become a whole thing. So, I mean, whether that is true or not, pass rushing in Madden, the pass rusher position was so important. If you didn't have a good pass rusher, you weren't winning games, simply put. Chase Young is about as good as it gets, especially for a rookie. This guy's going to be one of those, top of the second round fantasy draft selections, even by an AI at launch. This is my list. Let me know where you guys think I went wrong, because there's definitely going to be somebody that disagrees. Someone's going to say CeeDee Lamb should have made the top 10. Someone's going to say that Okuda should have made the top 10. There was definitely some players that weren't in that could have been. So let me know what you guys think. Maybe you like the entire list, but you felt like some of the orders are wrong. You thought maybe Becton was too high, which, once again, you're wrong. But, I suppose I'll hear you out about it, I guess. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you guys like these types of videos, it would mean a ton to me if you liked it, you subscribed, you follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, and of course, like I said, a stream tonight on twitch.tv/JeromePKR. And for the sleeper edition of this type of video, we're going to have it sometime on Friday, I would imagine, with a Flyers episode. So definitely tons and tons and tons of content, even before Madden 21 comes out on Madden 21. Regardless, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!